Noye, and then over Pachinki directly. So we could see some hot drops here, and then also you're going to see Gangstars probably hold on to head to their favorite North Georgia pool spot.
And something that I'm looking for here is that more than likely Wildcard is going to try to go ahead and go like South George, which is something they're comfortable with. Are they going to be able to go ahead and bring that momentum from the pretty much the exhibition match they wanted? Can they go ahead and just loot up as much as they can? And also, are they going to go ahead and try to go for those kills? Are they going to go for the placement? Or are they just going to say, you know what, let's go for both? And look at this, no surprise whatsoever. Rrq landing in Venice, Watertown, or Atlantis, whatever you want to go ahead and call it. They make this their home. They are not going to go ahead and they just want to stay here.
It's flooded. If they just put a name on the map, we'd know what to call it. But we've got C9 here dropping out in the middle of nowhere, seemingly looking for vehicles here, or they're planning on looting up the shack for all of their wares. Carnage with the bunny suit here. Interesting choice. We got Illuminate running around in the desert as well. So here we go. We've got some fun stuff running around, and we're looking solid here for game number one. Looks like Evos and Wildcard here doing their thing in the apartment compounds.
They are pretty much just trying to loot up as much as they can. I was see there, Seaguy just with one of those shotguns. You definitely don't want to go ahead and be close to that man, because if not, he is going to go ahead and be destroying a lot of stuff. And Evos, the only thing that he can find is a pistol for the moment. He does have to watch out because Wildcard is very close by. Wildcard with Evos. It's going to be an interesting fight here if they do decide to engage this early on.
Indeed. You notice Cloud9 varied up their Naya drop from yesterday, but teams like LH2U, they did indeed go to the same spot they went all day long yesterday, and that was Nova Noye. And now we see Sam here in the buggy driving around trying to get that split drop going on. They're going to hit up the shelter, it looks like.
Yeah, and something they more than likely want to go ahead and watch out is encountering, I forgot which player it was, but the player that pretty much squad wipeout on that exhibition match. You just don't want to go ahead and be there. But interesting here by them as they decide to just go ahead and go underground and loot up. I actually haven't seen that one in a while.
That was Evo's Captain Ernie a little bit earlier doing some magical things on Sandhawk. He'll try to repeat that here today on Erangel. And Bull Shark, again, one of the standouts from Evo's. They're going to be in South George doing some serious looting right now.
It is the DP28, something we saw yesterday a lot, and also Seagut having that comfortable AKM. I seen some clips of him. He was able to, I believe he was able to destroy Athena, one of the players then from South Korea. Great player, but Seagut coming out on top there. And as we can see, great rotations here as pretty much they decide to go ahead and start moving away from Evos, and they don't want to engage that early.
Indeed, we got GT Doyu doing some looting themselves again in North Georgia Pole here. Interesting position. We don't see Gangstars on the map currently, so maybe they went somewhere else. Some teams trying to, drop some surprises and mix it up a little bit. Some of the common drop spots have been varied up a little bit, but we also have some teams dropping where they are comfortable.
Something I do want to go ahead and point out is that LH2U and CPT, LH2U pretty much is in Noble, and CPT is the military, and nobody is challenging them, meaning that more than likely people are just gonna go ahead and be able to loot up as long as they can, stay there as long as they want, and pretty much just wait for the right moment and then start pushing the action whenever they want.
That's right. We got total rank overall. Rrq Athena sitting in the top spot by 140 points right now. We got LH2U in second place on the back of 54 kills. Crazy performance from them so far. And CPT with their own bundle of kills sitting in third spot. And again, the Asian teams dominate the top 6, and then we start seeing some others trickle in down in the top 7 through 10.
Asian teams definitely showing them how it's done, and look at the Gangstars as we know them there. Pretty much, what gun is that? By the way, I love that backpack and I love that helmet. We've been seeing it a lot. I'm definitely, once I get back home, more than likely, I'm going to go ahead and get into PUBG Mobile and try to get me one of those. As we see KWCD here starting to get some shots on that team Wildcard, just saying, you know what, once again, too early to go ahead and engage. Let's just go ahead and move around. Let's go ahead and start rotating to the safe zone.
Well, Wildcard already knows where everybody is, and in their area, rather. They decide to rotate around, and they're going to pick up some buildings here in their rotation south.
The UMP, we actually saw some work there early from Sandhog, and my goodness.
That thing was a laser beam from a long way away, but that's what you can expect from a submachine gun. Those guns are typically known for having very little recoil, but the disadvantage that you have with those guns is they're 9mm rounds, and they do far less damage over range, so he's got to land a lot more shots. Even though there's very little recoil, he'll land a lot more shots to get those knocks.
Yeah, but if you are able to go ahead and get somebody in a compound and they don't really have the equipment, you're going to be able to just go ahead and destroy them. Sometimes you might even be able to shoot people with the M4 for up close and personal.
Check it out. CPT down on the bottom of the side of the map here. We've got one player already scouting the bridge, leaving his squad behind. Very, very smart there to make sure that the coast is clear for their eventual rotation. Good stuff from CPT down south as they clear out the military base of loot.
Yeah, that's something we have seen a lot there from the Asian teams. The knowledge and awareness that they have, they want to go ahead and make sure that they're one step ahead of everybody, right? They're always moving at least just one player forward, letting them know. Being a scout pretty much is what it is. One player just going up ahead by himself, figuring out, hey, where's all the teams at? Where are you getting shot from? We'll come back and back you up once they think you are alone.
Indeed. It's like they seem to know to rotate early, to scout it out, to basically make sure the coast is clear so your team doesn't run into that eventual problem. We talked about the potential bridge camps here. You can see the crate coming down here for Team Terra, and it's going to have a sweet little AWM in it. So they're going to go up and grab that here at the South George crates, and we are looking strong right now for the Indian team.
That's definitely one of those. Oh, that's going to be interesting. He needs some help from his teammate. Bad luck there for the Indian team. Oh, baby.
You're going to need some grenades, boys. Let's go get some frags and try to throw it at that crate. Maybe we can knock it off the top there, but that's an unfortunate drop spot for that call-in.
That is a hell of a tease there by him saying, hey, you want this AWM? You can't get it yet. Go find a grenade and blow me out of this top.
Oh, that is unfortunate. So they're going to go hunt for some frags there because those are game-changing guns that are in that crate. That is good stuff here, but that's kind of how the tournament has gone for them thus far. Let's hope that they can get that loot. We will see. But again, the more time that they fiddle around trying to get into that crate, the more time it's going to cost them looting and in rotation. So this actually could be a huge detriment to the Indian squad, Team Terror.
Yeah, and it pretty much comes down to how bad do you really want to go ahead and get that crate, right? Is it worth the risk? Because the team is going to go ahead and start seeing that smoke north of George Bull, and they might start going to rotating. And look at this, as we're saying that, Evos is now starting to get pushed there by, actually, the Team Terra is starting to get pushed there by Evo, so it might not have been so great to go ahead and try to get that, as is now being pretty much a hit
Bull Shark with a DP from range, taking him down, and there it is, the mini firing in from Torpedo, holding down JZ inside of the warehouses there, but Evo's not shying away from the fight at all. They know people are here. They see that crate saying, hi, come loot me. And yeah, they're thinking that they might do just that. They are carrying a lot of frag grenades so far this tournament. Maybe they've got what it takes to get that thing off the top of that.
Pretty much saying, namaste and bye, because you're not going to be able to get
Look
it.
at the push here, though. They are not scared at all, dropping smokes to get out, and they are on the offensive. Here they come. And this is something that Team Terra has been used to so far this tournament, is being on the defensive. So,
and I actually want to go ahead and see how Team Terra handles this, because we saw him being super passive. And Evos, as we know them, they're a very aggressive, and I mean super aggressive team. So I want to go ahead and see how they handle this. Evos just starting to roll from every single angle.
Great
Team
grenade.
Terra, Sakria there gets a little bit hit by that grenade. He's more than likely going to go ahead and try to heal up. He jumps out the map and being a little bit aggressive, but sadly for him, he didn't have enough health. He almost took out Evil Turning, and that's something I love to see there from the Team India.
That was a good attempt by him, but unfortunately he left the ground, was in midair, and you can't really fire accurately when in midair, so he was able to get knocked, and it looks like Amit is going to take off.
Look how this has played, PB. They actually pretty much switched spots. Team India, even though they lost some players, they are going to go ahead and steal the card that Evos got there with. How have the tables turned,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen?
He's got to stay alive, though. Amit does not want Terror to head out in last place for the game one here in FPP. We shift our attention to C9. We've got Rolex and Kodo driving around. These guys have been split dropping quite a bit, so that's been their strategy so far. Rather than take on the strong LHW team down in Novo, which is their popular drop spot, they are choosing to split drop and loot up 2v2. Yesterday, they were able to get a 2v4 squad wipe against Korea Winter Chicken Dinner, so it paid off for them.
They're wearing. It's something that I like seeing, even for players, no matter when it is, whether at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, it's something that you want to go ahead and see, because they get momentum out of that. They want to go ahead and start pushing more action. It gives them a little bit more confidence.
One thing I'm seeing right now that's a little bit different on the map is Gangstar is rotating extremely early, going very, very central in the circle, and that is something that's different from yesterday. They edged in for the most part yesterday. It did not pay off for them, altering their strategy already early today, getting that position. We'll see how that works for them moving forward. Okay, taking our attention, though, to BRK now, looting up, and Fusi, this is the same compound they got caught at yesterday, by C9, and they were able to fight out of it pretty well.
It is, and the rotations are pretty much starting to be around the same right now. We got Rrq Carnage over here being smart. I see those tires get shot from that UAC, and now they're gonna Carnage is pretty much gonna go ahead and back up, try to get a different angle. If not, watch his back because it is only Carnage and Rolex here, as we do have Kodo there and Sam starting to push up with them and just give him a little bit of backup.
They have grouped up now. C9 is a full force going up against Rrq here. Interesting spot for a fight early in the Pachinki Hills south of the city, and they are content to lob shots at each other. I wonder if even if they get a knock here, will they be able to advance and to capitalize on it, or are they just going to weaken each other's armor?
And it seems like they're just going to intentionally. I think from these teams, especially from the North American teams, they might be a little bit scared there. They don't want to go and get their party. And you do have to worry about that, right? Because we saw that happen a lot yesterday.
Are we seeing a 6 times AK spray from 200 meters? I think that's what we're seeing.
We are. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not going to happen, but best of luck to you. That man, I mean, if you can get somebody from here, I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to tell them, hey, don't come anywhere near us, okay? We are madmen. That could be what's going on there by Carnage.
I mean, it's sending a message. It's putting out some pressure, and it looks like Isong here trying to save the Jeep a little bit. Carnage putting out pressure, some suppressing fire, but those shots ultimately not going to land. We've got a potential engagement here between Gangstars and GT Doyu. This is a really interesting position for both of them as well.
GT Doyu definitely coming a little bit there from the south on Gangstars. Gangstars more than likely hasn't even noticed them, and GT Doyu is trying to use that to their advantage. Gangstars definitely has to watch out. As you mentioned, they are starting to rotate a little bit early. Something you like seeing, but I want to go ahead and see if they continue to do that. But also, you got to be careful because you don't want to go ahead and get flanked as GT Doyu here might be doing.
Team Japan way up north still, in Rrq looting up right now out in the blue, and they're content to just try to outlast. A meet from Team Terror did make it out, so you can still see 20 teams on the board, even though 3 of their members have been killed off.
They're probably on that picnic area, just waiting patiently up in Rrq.
Listening to some music.
Something special there for PUBG Mobile. If you haven't downloaded, go ahead and do so. It is free. Go ahead and check it out. And GT actually says, you know what? I don't think we want to go ahead and push this yet. We're going to go ahead and wait a little bit. But this madman, GT Quixie, does have level 3 everything. Level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, and level 3 backpack. So one of those gunfights that you might want to go ahead and say, do I want to go ahead and lose that this early, or do I want to go ahead and save it to the end of the match?
That's right. GT Doyu content to rotate right now, try to grab some better position. They grab the hill, take the berm over here, and Rrq well within range here. This is a bad spot for GT Doyu. Not a good spot to stop for them at all. They do some changing of cars, grab another one, and they're out. They really put themselves at risk there. If Rrq would have been quicker to snap to them, that could have been a really problematic spot there for the team from China.
And something that I'm starting to see a lot of engagements here between cars, pretty much vehicles and players, is that players are now, instead of trying to get the people inside the car, they are going for the tires, which is actually very smart, right? You could always have maybe like one player shoot the tires and the other 3 shooting the people inside, or vice versa, because if you take out those tires, they're not going to be going anywhere. They're pretty much going to be sitting ducks in the middle of wherever they currently are.
Yeah, you can find them out in the middle of a field in a real bad spot. You can see GT Ed here trying to move his car around. They're going to be running into Rrq here shortly, it looks like. We've got an engagement. Look at this open field. G9 approaching. Wow. He's going to be right on top of there. It is. Taking down the captain from...
Almost takes him out. I think Bolivia was able to go ahead and lay down there. Rrq Senior gets taken out there by GT Akan. GT Akan now, Rrq starting to back up a little bit more, as they do have to worry. They do not want to go ahead and get their party here. The question is now GT Doyu going to go ahead and push, as now Rrq is going to also have to worry about Evos maybe coming up behind them.
That's right. Chiyoshi goes down for GT Doyu. We also have Senior down from Rrq. So trading knocks so far, lobbing grenades back and forth, smokes out to cover. Each team is going to try to patch themselves up and regroup here for another fight. We've also got squads all around. You've got Rrq, you've got Evos. This is a really interesting position. We've also got Big Russian bot approaching here as well. So a lot of open field action right now. Not the greatest of positions, but these teams hoping to use the terrain. You can see that slight slope there in front of the Rrq squad that is protecting GT Doyu.
And that's one of those teams. Big Russian bot is one of those teams that I'm looking forward to today.
Look at this
see what they're able to do. Ooh, all right. KWCD here trying to push the action. Oh my gosh. This is going to be just absolutely insane. KWCD being able to go ahead and get a kill there. The first kill of the game for them. But they have to watch out because one of their players is very low in health. And you do not want to lose any players at this stage of the game.
This is a lot of teams at this compound. At least 3 squads here. Possibly a 4th. But I believe it was Ernie got knocked out and finished. No, Ernie's still alive on the top. It was JC that got knocked. But yeah, unfortunate for Evos, they do lose a member here. He is the second team to lose a member besides Team Terror from India.
An interesting place here by them as Evo just says, you know what, and we're seeing this a lot now. Evo says, we're not going to go ahead and engage. We already lost one player. You know what, let's just back up a little bit more. Let's rethink this. Let's reposition, and then we'll go ahead and challenge you guys there towards the end of the game.
We're seeing a little bit of a difference in strategy from yesterday. As you guys noticed, the zone is kind of collapsing on these buildings right here, and this is a battle for position. That's why these teams are willing to duke it out, willing to take the warehouse and the house there that are adjacent to each other, and just kind of content to hang out for a little bit, buy some time, see where the zone's going to go. If the zone goes elsewhere, they have an opportunity to disengage and retreat and actually go to zone to get in there. But this is kind of a challenge earlier situation where they're trying to get that dominant position earlier on like the Chinese teams did yesterday.
It is, and if you're in those warehouses, you kind of have to be careful, right? Because you only have 2 points of entry instead of the house. You can actually enter from maybe the windows or anything like that. So it can be easier to defend, but also if they start raining grenades like they are about to go ahead and start doing, you definitely have to be careful. You don't want to go ahead and get caught. They might go ahead and bounce one of those grenades from the door, and it might just get you unexpected.
Yeah, he connects. He drops June to half health there. June's going to patch himself up.
So one of the things we were mentioning there in GTW, now starting to see those steady shots, ladies and gentlemen. GTW telling them, hey, we see you. You might want to go ahead and stay there a little bit longer.
So Korean Winter Chicken Dinner knows that they had Evo's kind of lead, but they don't know how far they left. So they could have people on all sides of them right now. They know GT looking at the doorway here. They have to stay hidden. Grenades pouring into this warehouse from the house right now. And C9, it looks like, is taking on Full Send, and they are squad wiping them currently. So 3 members, I believe, knocked from Full Send, and it's looking like they could be in some trouble over there.
Good stuff there by C9 as they were able to go ahead and clear them up. And look at this, GTW now starting to push up. Sixcott gets caught a little bit in the open. He decides to run away and get behind a tree. You don't want to die here. You don't want to get caught, especially in that area right there where he had no cover. More than likely, his teammates would have just smoked out that area if he went down. But KWCD being super comfortable here on this warehouse, that's something you don't usually see from different teams. And check out this new zone. Ooh, Pachinki, baby.
That's really going to favor C9. They're already in position right now, holding those hills very, very early on. They do want to try to finish off exclusive from Full Send before they go, but at the same time, in really solid position there for the NA squad.
And something that I actually noticed there was Wildcard was already in vehicles and started to rotate to pretty much the safe area. Early rotations that we're starting to see.
Yes. Right now the city is open. Nobody in Pachinki. We've got C9 on the hills. This could be really, really interesting. Zuxi here from BTR looking at the warehouse. Korea Winter Chicken Dinner over there occupying it. This is tough.
BRK versus Rrq here. Somebody gets taken down there. Boozy from BRK, and GameStars actually being able to go and explode from BRK and getting some kills for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, BRK is eliminated from this.
Can we get some rips in the chat for BRK? Those crates in the field look awfully lonely out there. That's an unfortunate way to go out. BRK catching a lot of bullets, both from Rrq and GameStars, as Rrq was ultimately the ones that made it to safety. Or did they? Heading up the hill right now. Gang Angry pouring in the shots. They are landing.
Angry pretty much making sure they get that vehicle
so
down.
Close.
One more shot and one of those players would have gotten knocked down. Even that car smoking a little bit longer. And GameStars might have been able to get there that squad wipe from the explosion.
D2E and Isong both with very, very little HP. The car about to explode. These guys are going to stop just out of range and patch themselves up. Unbelievable stuff there from GameStars, both taking out BRK and then putting some serious pressure on our current leaders.
Yeah, and it looks like pretty much that Rrq is going to go ahead and start rotating a little bit towards the west there, towards that compound southwest of Pachinki. And look at this, LHW getting in and starting to go in, and actually they kill Ernie. Ernie is out of the game there for Evos, one of the great players that we saw yesterday, being able to go in and squad wipe people left and right by himself.
That was a little bit unfortunate, but LHW has rotated out of their drop spot of Novo.
Now, if you're wondering what that scarecrow's there, it's because somebody earlier died right there, and more than likely died to an AKM.
That's Jay-Z's Scarecrow.
Oh my gosh. GTW just waiting patiently, actually getting somebody there from KWCD.
Oh, there they
have to watch out. They want to go ahead and maybe get away from that BTR, just saying, you know what, I think it's time. Let's just go ahead and get out of here. We don't really want to go ahead and do this yet.
This is an interesting spot to be. Leaper's trying to get across the field, still have GT Doyu up on the hill, raining shots down, and then BTR is contentious to get the heck out of there. We also have the CPT team that looted up the military base. They have entered the fray, firing some great shots there with the SKS at range, but unfortunately it doesn't pay off. Rrq coming in, Kinriss getting some great shots down and knocking the player from CPT.
Rrq being able to actually finish that player from CPT, that is going to be huge as hand. He says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and move out from that area. Maybe being on top of that hill is not best right now, especially because you can get third party from all over the place. And Big Russian bot just waiting patiently here, raining shots on different players left and right.
Bigatron Fanatic going up the hill, gets knocked out of it. Very nice job by Appa here, taking him down. He's going to try to go for the finish. He is crawling away at the moment. Looks like he's a little bit out of sight, but no, he does see him. Look at those shots. Beautiful accuracy here.
Steady shots there
Appa
by
getting the finish. That was huge. Good range on that. It's a very nice kill.
You want to go in and see that, and we saw that a lot yesterday, PB. People finishing kills. They didn't even want to go ahead and bait their teammates out there, saying, you know what, if I get you knocked down, I am going to go ahead and try to finish you off as soon as I can, because we notice a lot of teams getting a lot of kills. And look at this right here. Full Send now being pretty much pushed by KWCD. Is Full Send going to be able to hold him back? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. KWCD taking out their Full Send. He's going to go ahead and try to push a little bit more. He finds somebody in the corner.
Ollie Pocket goes down.
June.
Wow. Nice work there from Korea Winter Chicken Dinner. Exclusive did a great effort there, getting a couple of knocks, but unfortunately it was not enough. June sneaks in, finishes off Ollie Pocket to finish the squad there. Very nice job from them.
2 players left there from KWCD as we see the reaction there by Full Send, one of the favorite voted teams in to the tournament, actually.
That's right.
But bad luck there by them, and I believe they were in 20th place. More than likely, we're going to go ahead and start seeing a lot more action there in the upcoming games from them. And GT Doyu keeping their eyesight on CPT. Are they going to go ahead and take the shots? I think they're just going to go ahead and wait patiently there. As they turn around, they see Wildcard coming up behind them.
On the ropes,
has to watch out.
Gets snuck up on Outsider, pushes him, knocks out Six God. Return fire though from Ed, gets Lucifer. Akan takes out Outsider. And, oh my gosh, look at this third-party action. CPT 17 taking out one of the GT Doyu guys. So GT Doyu has a couple of players getting knocked from behind as well, helping out Wildcard here in this situation.
I believe they traded there. 2 players down from Wildcard, 2 players down from GT Doyu. GT Doyu has to worry about CPT as well.
Nice shot from Hot Jukes.
Hot Jukes being able to go ahead and finish some people off there. They also have to watch it because a lot of people were laying down. As we see, Illuminate now starting to come up. This is going to be wild, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all this
they're in trouble.
There is just 1 player left. 1 car has already exploded. We see GT Doyu
2 guys up.
just
2 guys up for
patiently.
GT Doyu. We got one that just healed up. Looks like C9 and Rrq going at it as well. Kinriss, Rrq. Oh my goodness, Carnage is down. 3 people down, all up to Rolex here. Can he deliver?
Rolex,
Rrq
there. Rrq pretty much playing the Hot Jukes there. He is able to go ahead and connect some shots with Rolex. Rolex backs
nowhere
up.
to go.
Is he going to go ahead and try to pick up Carnage, or is he going to go ahead and get pushed by Rrq? Rolex just waiting patiently.
He's got to reload there, get that M4 back in play.
Right there.
And look at this, LH smells blood. And they hear the shots incoming. We've got fire on the ground. Rolex so far untouched, but look at this, Rrq getting third party here. LH not in trouble. Oh no, this is chaos.
Chaos
LCD.
Indeed, and Rolex is pretty much playing it patiently here as he's throwing smokes. He doesn't want to get caught by this. Rrq needs to watch out. They need to be careful because LHW is up on the hill. They realize that, and they're saying, you know what, we got plenty of kills right there. Let's go ahead and back up. Let's let LHW worry about C9 Rolex as he is the only one left for Cloud9.
I don't think they know he's there. Rrq is going to take off, and LHW has their attention completely focused right now on Rrq, driving away from the scene. Rolex has smoked himself out. We'll see if he's able to use that to his advantage, but LHW has come in and has said, this is our turf. You guys need to leave.
If Rolex was to push out there, he might have been able to get some kills as LHW is pretty much waiting patiently. We see Rolex just waiting inside the shack.
They do not have any idea.
He is surrounded by LHW players, but they have no clue that he's there. I wonder if he's going to try to go ahead and throw another smoke or
if
just
he throws
stay there.
another smoke, they'll know he's there because right now they have no clue. Oh. Look at this. They are all over, swarming the hill. But again, Rolex has not moved.
It could be super tricky. I think he might be trying to get full health there by our birthday boy, Rolex.
Rrq was met with a nice, solid they got knocked as soon as they moved there.
And I also saw their C-God go down as well. We got Curly, Big Russian bot going up against Wildcard. Wildcard gets taken out there by Big Russian bot. Torty moving up. He almost is able to go and get somebody now. Look at this, Lucifer going back and forth. Lucifer pretty much just needs to turn around, get some shots in them, and he's gonna go in and try to do just that. He knocks him down.
Lucifer coming in the clutch. 2 kills there from him. And he's chasing him down.
No!
Oh, Gangstars with the third party from the building next door. Huge from Lucifer, gets the squad wipe, and Gangstar says, yo, what's up? We're already here. This is our territory, and they knock out Wildcard.
Some North America pretty much stabbing there as they just came up and cleaned him up. But to their advantage, Wildcard was able to go ahead and finish up those kills. So that is huge for them, even though they do finish in 15th place.
That was clutch indeed. They were able to move up in rank, and every point's going to count right now. They did rack up some kills, so that did help them out quite a bit. But Gangstars, their fellow North American team did them no favors, and we've got LHW Zen getting knocked here as well.
And LHW now going up against BTR. Is he going to go ahead and try to pick up his teammate, or is he just going to go ahead and wait patiently? LHW Ace trying to find an angle on this team, trying to figure out where everybody is coming from, as he doesn't know where they are. He might be able to see it if he goes a little bit over the edge and just sees that cloud of smoke, PB.
Wow, looking strong here position-wise from LHW, but we also have grenades. Look at that, they have landed. Kings goes down from Bigatron here. That's Indonesia's team, and more grenades being thrown in. That's one thing that is different by far from some of the other metas that we've seen, is how many frag grenades these teams have.
Indeed, as we see more players there from LHW going down, and LHWA says, you know what, stop killing my teammates, let me go ahead and get you instead. And now they're just trying to pretty much backtrack towards the safe zone. And something I want to go ahead and point out, did Rolex get taken out, or was he able to escape?
I do not know. It looks like he may have gone down here. LHW still on the hillside and trying to get to the zone. Unfortunately, they're going to have to leave behind some players. Zone giving them some serious problems at this point.
As we see Illuminate getting some kills there on the Japanese team. GT getting Galaxy as well. People dying to the plays on left and right, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind there is 11 teams left. Rrq getting some shots here on Illuminate. 2 strong teams that we saw yesterday. And Evo's here pretty much using that smoke to their advantage, trying to get as low as possible as a Munchkin, not getting shot. Pretty much those bullets were passing right by their head.
That was really, really good accuracy there from G9. He was right on target with most of those, tracking those individuals in the smoke. Unfortunately, couldn't land enough to get the finish there, but Charisma now going down. GG Sala going down. This is trouble.
This is Rrq against CPT. CPT hand says, you know what, let me go ahead and hop out of the car, and look at those shots right there.
That.
Right through that tiny window. Rrq G9 just saying, no, don't peek. Don't even give me a chance to shoot you, because I will. And you know what, if there's a team behind me, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and start shooting you at you as well.
I love how he spreads those bullets around. He keeps multiple people pinned, hitting, oh, look at that, in the window. Zen gets popped there. He's able to kneel and heal, get that first aid off.
Against KWC, trying to figure out where that team is at. Can he go ahead and push through the window? He's going to go ahead and do just that. He finishes one off, and that is going to be it, except June is just waiting outside by the car. He doesn't realize that they're already inside the house, and they're going to go ahead and come out from the left-hand side. He has to be careful there. He does throw that smoke, and he starts, you know what, start backing up a little bit so he can maybe find an escape route.
He's in a good position to catch somebody off guard, but only one person. As soon as he fires, they'll know he's there, and he's trying to make his way out of there, trying to preserve that 8th or better rank. It looks like he's trying to keep himself alive. It looks like Gangstars now moving out of their compound, getting ready to face Evos here.
And Evos has to watch out because Gangstars is coming in hot. They had some great last 2 games yesterday, and I'm loving this by them. They're starting to get into the cars. They take out GT. Great plays there, Pyra.
UMP. Holy cow, he's been rocking that thing all day long, and it's been absolutely lethal for him. Han goes down to the grenade from GT Doyu. Akon, really nice grenades from him all day long.
Gangstars waiting patiently, and it's paying off as we see somebody there behind the LHW. They have to be careful.
Illuminate's gone.
Illuminate is gone, and Rrq might have the same fate as LHW is just waiting patiently. CPT smack down the middle of that fight as well, and look at this. LHW is using those cars to their advantage. We have seen them do a lot of this. They always have a car with them. They don't mind getting it blown up as long as they can use that as cover.
Gangstar's in trouble here. We got a knock on Ever Fury by G9 from RRQ. And again, the same familiar faces here in the final circle. All three Chinese teams, CPT, GT Doyu, LH Doyu, all still in it. Ace goes down here for LH Doyu, being knocked by RRQ Athena, who is your current tournament leader. And they are vying for another chicken dinner here. This would be, I believe, their third of the tournament.
Back to back to back. They want to go ahead and pull a Drake. Jeez, okay. I see you. CPT starting to push a little bit more, though, as we see Getting Angry starting to throw more smokes. He knew those were going to go ahead and fade, but he has to be careful, as he does have RRQ very close to him. And look at this. They're just surrounded here. Getting Angry, making sure he's able to go ahead and pick up his teammates. Sute and Ever Fury are down. Great players. If they're going to be able to pick him up, that is huge there for Gainstars.
Pyra getting knocked there by Isong. Good shots there from the M4. Gangstar's in trouble. Zute also getting killed. Gangstars looks like they are going to be going out now. Ever Fury, Pyra all out at this point. Isong getting the finish. We are down to 5.
We are down to 5, and RRQ waiting patiently. They know they have LH Doyu on their eyesight. And look at this. Now RRQ starts pushing. Angry, go ahead and hold him back. Angry with the egg again, spraying and praying. Luckily for RRQ, G9, he is laying down. He wasn't able to get spotted there, but Angry gets caught as he decides to go ahead and push. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Down to 4.
Gangstar is out.
Here we go, RRQ, and then I believe the 3 Chinese teams still left in it. CPT, LH Doyu, RRQ
now getting some knocks there on LH Doyu. They do have the numbers. LH Doyu only has 1 player left, and CPT only has, I believe, might be 2 players or 1 player as well. Which one is the other team still alive? GT.
There it is. LH Doyu getting shot there, and I believe they are out as well. GT Doyu still in. CPT in. The Chinese teams again dominant the top 3 of 4 spots, and RRQ Athena. The standings aren't changing after this game much, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing more of the same here in game number 1 of FPP.
Very strong here, showing by RRQ, as they currently have 16 kills. If they can go ahead and get this other 2, it is going to go ahead and be 18 kills on the first game of day number 2. And look at this. They're waiting patiently. They're going to go ahead and just lay down on that little grass and just say, you know what, you make a move first, or let's just go ahead and wait until the circle makes this move.
Trying to jockey for position here. It's a battle between CPT and GT Akon, trying to figure out who can live longer, who was going to be seen first. RRQ can definitely be a little bit more offensive here.
RRQ spots CPT.
Nice
now
shots.
It's all up to GT Akon. Can GT Akon able to clutch this, as he is going up against 3 players from RRQ? And here comes the shots.